Hey, what's good at your boy, man? We got an interview tonight. We got Legacy. I've been talking to you guys a little bit about I'm sure everybody knows the whole show improve movement and everything that's going on over there. That's actually where I found Legacy. I was listening to some chat arm stuff and it popped up somewhere. I think there was an interview maybe that he did. And I was sleeping on him. I was sleeping on him. So I'm gonna play some of his music. And this is Lullabies. Legacy is he's done a lot in this music industry, and I don't think a lot of people noticed him right away or even notice him now. He's done some videography. I'll let him talk about it, but I'm excited for this one. So this is Lullabies by Legacy.
Come and take a drive on the dark side. Never sitting shotgun in Colorado. I'ma pray for peace through a subtle crowd. Angels watching over singing lullabies. Now I lay me down to sleep. Pray the Lord my soul to keep.
Hey.
But if I die before I wake, I ride on my enemies at the gates. Born in the gutter, society's rejects. Never had much, but I'll die for some respect. This game is cutthroat, I'm riding a V-neck. Raising these poles like I'm trying to eat legs. Trapped in the madness, I'm captured by malice. I work and I work with berserk in this palace. Grinding my chalice, I'm wasted with burdens. They pick me apart like a talented surgeon. Maybe I'm crazy, pick fights with the ops. No barbecue, baby, I side with the cops. Y'all keep on hating me, hate on this block. Put them in boxes, collectible pops. I really might snap it, just end it today.
Hey, bro, you went off on this one. When did you sneak this out, bro? Has this been out for some time?
It's kind of recent. I think I put it out December last year.
No, it ain't as recent as the one you. Man, it's a time and
yeah.
time again, bro. That
Yeah.
song, I'll get that song in my head at the most random times, bro.
That song's crazy because, dude, I wrote the verse for that song years ago, and I just never put it out. And then one day I was just like, man, this shit's too dope to just. Nobody's gonna hear it on my computer.
Right.
So I finally got it put out, and it was a pretty dope record. So I was proud of that one. We went up to the mountains in Black Hawk, Colorado.
Okay.
And shot that, and it was fucking. I got a little scared when we was shooting it, man, because it'd be some big ass wild animals running around here in the mountains and shit, and like we seen like a paw print, bro. I don't know if y'all can see, but it was like this big around in the mud. Like I was like, man, it's a mountain lion loose up here. Get me the fuck out of here. So,
dang, that's wild, bro. And is that how far is that from what is the Colorado Springs? Your mic just cut out. Your mic just cut out, I think. There you go. You're back.
sorry.
You're good.
I'm basically in Aurora right now, but Colorado Springs is right down the road.
Yeah, I went to Colorado Springs. That was interesting, bro. I never experienced elevation like that. Never.
Oh, that ain't shit.
Really?
Yeah, bro. you
I
drive
didn't
up you drive up one of these 14,000-foot mountains, it'll change your life.
Well, we went up Pikes Peak. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? We
yeah.
went up that little, that ride up there. But I'm saying like to come from Florida where we're below
Oh
sea level.
yeah.
And then I'm
Yeah.
going into Colorado, bro. The first day, I didn't get no headache. My wife was sick, dude. She was sick from that elevation.
Yeah, when I first moved here from Tennessee, I was like sluggish, like couldn't breathe good. Like it took me a while to get adjusted to it. But when we drove up Pikes Peak too, and like while I was up there, like I'd take a few steps and just start being like woozy, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna pass out, bro.
That's why I thought the weed was that good, bro, because I'm smoking going up these trails. And I'm like, yo, this stuff's about to put me really down, like literally down. And then I didn't smoke the next day, and I'm like, oh, I could just. It's just the elevation, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, that's nuts.
My old lady, she went up Pikes Peak again with like her family and stuff recently. She got sick going up there. She had to like lay down and shit.
Yeah, you feel like it's motion sickness. That's what I
Yeah,
feel like it mimics. Like I didn't realize they had lemon water everywhere, dog. They had water and fruit in the water at all these hotels, and I never seen nothing like that before. The
yeah.
guys like drink that 24/7. I'm like, nah. Yeah, it was
Shit,
important.
you can buy air in a can here, bro.
Well, they
And
drink
they,
mimosas all night, bro. They were like
yeah,
3 o'clock in the morning, 4 a.m. They're like, "You want a mimosa?" I'm like, "I'm good. I'm fine."
yeah, yeah. They sell the fuck out of some air in a can for all the people like tourists going up the mountains and stuff.
Maggie's
You'll
Farm.
just see people up there like,
Oh, literally air in a can?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's to
No
like
way.
it's like 98% oxygen or something.
Oh, that's probably
Yeah.
pretty smart though.
Yeah. I ain't the first time I went up it, I had me a can. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, shit.
I wish I had a can. I went, what is that, Seven Falls, where there's a waterfall and there's like 2 observation towers? You got to go up them staircases, bro. That was a
Uh
nightmare, dog.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I think there's an elevator built there now.
On one side, there's an elevator. That side, that was all right because you can just ride the elevator and ride back down. Bro, I
Yeah.
went up that staircase that overlooks that restaurant, and when I got to the top, there was a lady up there, and I'm like, "All right, how do we get back down?" She said, "The same way you came up." I said, "Oh hell no, no, no." But I went. I mean, of course, that's crazy, bro. I don't know about them mountains.
Yeah. We went to see Jelly at Red Rocks, and it was my like I had drove through there and checked it out and stuff, but like that was my first time like going to a show there. Cause you know when there ain't no shows, you can just drive to the top, bro. I had no idea. I had to go walk up all them steps to get to the show,
What? So it's
bro.
literally in the mountain.
It's like at the base of the mountains, but like Red Rocks is like it's just a super dope formation that's like but it's like elevated, right? Like you'd have to look at pictures to understand it,
Well,
but like
I've seen I've seen where it is. Like it almost looks like they're on like rocks that are like laying sideways. Yeah, I've seen
yeah,
it. I just can't vision the outside around it. That makes sense.
yeah. It's like you got to walk up some fucking stairs for real.
It ain't like the stadiums where they got the little angled things where you just walk. You know what I'm saying? It's steps, huh?
Nah, it's steps the whole way.
Oh, I could imagine
So
at the end of the show.
I was like, bro, how do people get drunk at these shows and get back down? Like,
That's
there's
crazy.
no way.
That's nuts. So, did the music take you out to Colorado?
No, man. When the infamous C-19 came through and shut everything down, we went back to like we was like, yo, we got to find something that's like foolproof and can't be stopped. So we went back to school and got into like software development and stuff.
Brilliant.
And uh, right right before like right after I graduated, my old lady got a she got a job. She got a job while I was in school, and then when I graduated, we moved out here because her job required us to relocate to where like a headquarters was. And so we came out here, and then I fucked around and got a job back home, but I get to work remote, so it's cool.
Hey, that's dope. And bro, that's brilliant because you
Yeah.
can't. That's something that ain't going away. And you've done music videos, correct? Like you've done some pretty big music videos, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've shot music videos for people. There's some that's done really well, and some that got slept on, but yeah, I've
Well, no, I'm saying you already kind of had that understanding of software, I guess you could say, right?
oh yeah, yeah,
You had an idea of it with the music stuff back in Tennessee. You know, you're shooting videos. You done one for Chad, right? I think you've done a few for
mhm,
Chad Arms.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
That's my dog.
you got a few videos with Chad Arms. You're rapping, and then you're like, you know what? I got to keep my family going. So you jump out to Colorado and you do this new school. That's pretty smart, bro. Like I haven't. I've looked into like digital design and stuff like that because I could see the value in that in years to come.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, one thing that's never gonna stop is technology.
Right.
Like that shit is never gonna die. It's just gonna improve more and more and more. And I want to be on the side of, I know how it works when it all takes over.
I agree.
They gonna need somebody to maintain it somewhere, you know. So
Yeah, I agree. 100% I agree. Hey, I wanted to tell you something I thought was really dope, bro. So you remember way back when you dropped those Tennessee Mud Baby shirts and they had the guy on the front. You know what I thought was really dope, and I haven't seen anybody do it since you've done it, and it made me think about it today when I was scrolling through. I've never seen nobody make two different color options on the shirt for the guy in the car. I thought that was badass, bro. You could
yeah.
tell you were raised in the ghettos.
I grew up for a major portion of my life. Like my mom was married to, you know, a black man, so I just, that's just natural to me. I ain't ever just looked at it as like they're black, they're white, blah blah blah. I
Right,
got a
that's
lot
what
of
I'm
black
saying.
homies, so I was like,
Yeah.
yo. When I told the designer, I was like, yo, make one that's, I was like, make colors for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And he
Yeah,
was like,
relatability.
yeah, he was like, that is the dopest idea. I was like, dude, just trust the process.
Yeah, it was smart.
We include everybody.
Well,
So
because I heard you talking about this big merch pack you're putting together for your drop, right? You got an album
yeah,
that's
bro.
dropping.
Yeah,
Yeah, tell me
yeah.
about that.
So the announcement's coming soon. I don't want to like spoil too much, but there's 100% an album coming. It is my greatest body of work. It is it's the story of a broken man, and I stand on that it can't be replicated because ain't nobody gonna tell this story like I'm gonna tell it, and it's fire, bro. And I'm putting together a like a 100 pack run of just like a 100 pack run of merch bundles, just super branded with the Voice of the Slums logo and stuff, and just putting together some nice little treats for people that can support. And I'll be doing like giveaways with some of them to people that, you know, might not be able to grab one. Just make sure everybody feels included, and try to get t-shirts out to people, and all the other little goods that I'm putting in there. So
Yeah, that's dope, bro. You know
it's
what's
a
crazy is I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast with Jelly Roll. I think it was Joe Rogan. I think that's who he was talking to. And they were talking about relatability to music. And they were also talking about like how you can hear pain in your voice. Like when I first heard you, bro, I heard Tennessee Mud Baby, right? And Tennessee Mud Baby is gonna get you like you ready to throw bows with Tennessee Mud Baby. You're hyped, dog. Like you don't even
uh,
care who's rapping the song. But then what really hit me was that time and time again, like I could hear the pain in your story, and that created such a relatability to it, to where like I'm almost a fan of the story, if that makes sense. Like
yeah.
the music is dope, don't get me wrong, but hearing your journey is really exciting because it's so believable with your music.
Yeah, I feel like I did a good job of that with this album, because I told myself that I wanted to put together an album that, like, when someone was done with it, they could just be like, "Holy shit, I lived with this guy for like
Yeah.
a half hour." Like, holy fuck, I know so much now. You know, like, how can you like embody, you can like embody an idea, but I was like, how can I like just take a chunk of my heart and actually put it into this CD? Like, how can I do that?
Right.
And you know, some of the songs get they get really touchy on certain things, and like really deep, and like some people might get upset by some of the things I said, but like I said, I'm telling my story, and I ain't filtering none of it. So
Yeah.
it's like it's really raw, it's really emotional, it's got just this crazy energy to it. It's not like the Tennessee Mud Baby hype stuff. Like, this shit is like, it's got energy to it, but it's like I said, we're going on a journey from
Yeah, but
start to
I think,
end.
but what I'm saying is, I think that, so, okay, so just vision this. Like, I hear Tennessee Mud Baby, you watch the video, you seen like the life of legacy before we're about to hear what we're about to hear. You get what I'm saying? Like you were jamming out in the club, doing your thing, running the, you know what I mean, being wild, being now you're about to hear your heartfelt music. And that's important, bro. I think having a catalog like that, I think people are afraid to do that, and you definitely aren't. Like time that song time, I don't know what it is about that. I don't know if it's just that mellow vibe with the deep lyrics, what it is, but that really caught my attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the intro to the song, man, it's so fucking it's that would probably be the one I'd say it's gonna like really rile you up. Like you're gonna feel the energy like you just like you're inside of a movie almost, and then like it's just gonna set the course, bro.
That's what's up.
It's gonna be nuts. I can't wait to put it out and just I can't wait for people to just tell me what they think about it because like I've put everything I got into it. So
Well, so I don't know how much you could touch on this, but I've been seeing you with Show Improve. I seen Show Improve and I seen Legacy. I seen Chad post a post. Is that like where you're at with right now in music?
oh yeah, man, it's big O S&P.
That's awesome.
That's the homies. I mean I've been homies with them guys for years. Like I mean when I was me and Chad's been homies for years and years. 10 Man, years and years. Uh, O&E, man, I reached out to him when I was just a little kid, like, yo, how much for a feature type shit. You know
No
what I'm
way,
saying?
really. Oh, O&E's been
Yeah.
around that long?
I mean, it's been a minute. Like
Yeah, I
when
didn't know that.
I was a young dude, man. I was probably, I mean, early 20s, maybe like 22 or something. I still remember the conversation about it. I was like, how much for a feature, blah, blah, blah. And this, he said something about a bag of hot Cheetos, a Milli Vanilli poster, and something else. And I was like, what the fuck is this dude talking about, bro? But yeah, we got it in. We got a song called All White Faces. I think it, man, I ain't gonna lie. I think it got like, it got struck off YouTube, man. But
Really?
it, I think something in the hook, man, might have triggered some like algorithms or something because it was like, oh, white faces, my money's so racist. Like it
Oh,
was a
yeah.
fun song, but like
Yeah.
I'm like, there's a black guy on it. How's it like? What are y'all talking about? Like,
Yeah, that's true because
but
there's so many songs that say that. Yeah, you're right, huh?
yeah,
Huh.
but this was like back in the day. I don't know, but it was a fire song. We had Real Time on there too. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he was a super up and coming dude. He was dope. He was like a young cat, man, and he was like super involved with like mixing for Jelly and like he was like a little protege to like all these dudes, Worm and all them dudes, man. And I honestly I ain't heard nothing out of him in years and years, but I hope he's good wherever he's at.
You know what's crazy, bro? Okay. So I started stumbling around and trying to. So you see all this crazy talk about, oh, Jelly sold out, right? So I start looking at, checking shit out, looking for myself because I'm not ever gonna judge something based on another man's opinion. And I start digging, bro, and I start finding stuff from that. That's where you get connection from Chad Arms being in there. It's crazy that whole society of music that existed that I feel like is really starting to flourish right now. So the dude Tin Man, for example, I had no idea who that was, right? Somebody's like, yo, Ski Mask Cowboy is actually Tin Man with the ski mask on, right? And I'm like, I'm scratching my head like, who is Tin Man? So I go look up this Tin Man dude. I'm like, yo, this guy's pretty good. He's fired. And then I find like three other dudes he makes music with. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I didn't
Yeah.
realize the reach that Show Improve and Chad and Jelly and even yourself, bro, because at the end of the day, you guys kind of structure that whole thing to move like it moves, man. And that's dope.
Yeah, you can get down a pretty deep rabbit hole when you start tapping into like underground music in that area with like the connections between people and stuff. Like, man, it's so much crazy talent that I've seen and just witnessed.
Well, then what?
Like,
Then you go from Squints, and Squints is connected all you. Then you got Lex Top Dollar, and then you got Gator and all them over there at whatever, Mako Music. Like it
Mako.
was crazy how everything. So a lot of people show hate in a lot of different directions, and they don't realize that they're actually showing hate to people that they say they support. And it was kind of mind blowing to me to kind of look around and see all that. Like it was nuts. It makes you second guess what you say sometimes, and pass judgment on people based off of somebody else's. It's nuts, man.
Yeah. You said somebody said Tin Man was
Yes, with
ski
ski mask.
mask cowboy.
Yeah, they said that's Tin Man with the ski mask on, and he re-emerged as Ski Mask Cowboy. It was in a comment somewhere on, I forget. Did Tin Man do an EP with another artist? There was another artist that I didn't hear of that was pretty fire. He was a rapper, white dude, like a heavier set guy, and I think they were on an EP together. And I was watching a video from it, and I was scrolling through, and I seen it, and I'm a fan of Ski Mask Cowboy, so I'm like, wait a minute, what are these people talking about, bro?
Yeah, no, I don't think that conspiracy's true.
He's too short. I already looked into it. Tin Man's too short. Ski Mask Cowboy's like 6'5". Tin Man ain't 6'5". I don't think.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna tell him that when we get
Yeah.
off here.
Well, because for somebody like me, bro, I didn't know who Tin Man was, and I thought I kind of knew a lot of the. I know all like in my mind, I know everybody in the genre. Oh, I was wrong, bro. It's way
Yeah,
more than that, dude.
yeah. It's a lot of man. Honestly, it's a lot of people in Nashville that like are photographers and videographers and like people that have just picked up different hobbies and ran with it that are just like some of the coldest fucking rappers. Like my homie, his videography company is Sidle Vision, but like that dude is like I put him up on like a pedestal. Like if I get on a song with this guy, like it's either a game or go home. Like
Really?
there's no like in between. There's no half-assing it. You either like step up to the plate when you're on a record with this man, or you're just gonna sound like you don't know what you're doing.
Huh?
And
That's crazy.
I've been trying like hell to get an album with him. Like I mean, like we're brothers, bro. We've had some fucking times together, and I'm just like it's like crazy. We've never done an album together. We got some dope music together, but I would love to have an album with dude, man.
You got a lot of. I mean, you got what? You got a feature. I know with Leroy Biggs, right? That's one of them.
Yeah.
I can't think off the top of my head. You got anything with Chad? I think you got one with Chad off Live Forever, right?
Yeah, I'm on Live Forever
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
him and Tin Man.
Oh yeah, maybe that's where I seen the Tin Man comment. Maybe that's where I seen the Tin Man comment. I was on that song on the comments. It might have been there.
Yeah. I mean, me and Chad got a lot of records. Usually, I think I've been on several of Chad's albums, but usually what happens is like I send him a song and he gets on it, and then like my procrastinating ass hadn't put no music out, and he's like, "Yo, can I put that on my album?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Like, and so, but yeah, I got songs with him, Tin Man, Leroy, Bravo Gator.
Oh yeah, that one dropped last year, right? Or was that early this year?
I ain't did a record with Bravo in a minute, but we've got a couple really dope records. They're just old. I'd love to do music with them again, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, man. I got some old shit with Lil White. Um, I got some shit with Stack. Um, just different people. John Connor. I mean, David Ray. Like all these guys are like big players in this shit, man. And shout out to David Ray, D Ray, for getting. I mean, he's getting so much fucking shine now, dude. I'm so happy for him because
Bro,
like a lot of people don't know, like that dude is the. I mean, they probably know now, but like that dude was the backbone of like Nashville music. Like that dude is like
who you talking about when you say D Ray?
David Ray.
Okay, okay.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about, right?
Is that the one with the gold not the one that just did the song with Boosie, right?
No,
Like the
no, no,
younger
no.
cat. Yeah, yeah. I don't know then. No, I don't
No,
know.
this dude's real attached with like Jelly and shit. Like he just
Uh-uh.
signed to like Warner Chapel Music and shit. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, that's a rabbit hole to go down to. That dude's been like 20 plus years in the game, just absolutely stomping on people.
Yeah, no, bro. Like I see that I'm so torn on that, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I think anyway, bro. Like that's what I've decided. Like I could want mainstream all I want, but wanting for me don't help another man whatsoever. Like that's like saying I want legacy not to move out of Tennessee and stay in Tennessee and do music. That's a stupid, you know what I'm saying? That's a stupid reality. That's the same thing as mainstream to independent. If the music don't change, nobody should give a shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's hard. That's a hard. But you know what I wish Spotify would do, bro? I was just looking. That's what I thought. I wish they would put your features on there because it seems like they put your latest releases and your singles, but they don't put like, oh, he features on Chad's album.
They got a. It's a. When artists upload their features, they have to link it a certain way in order for it to populate. And I think
Oh,
sometimes it takes a little while to populate, but
yep.
it'll show up in like the featured on category, like you said. But sometimes it can take a little while, man. Like Apple Music, like if I had an album releasing tomorrow and I didn't give it enough time, it'll go to Spotify, but it might take 2 weeks to get on Apple Music or something. Like it's just different timing type thing. But sometimes I run into a situation where artists just don't know how to do that. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had a little intro that JJ Hughes did for me, and I uploaded it to Spotify. When they had me doing all that, link this and do this and get this link and export that link for this artist, I was so confused. I
Yeah,
probably didn't do it. I probably did it wrong. So I
yeah,
could see where that, like, and that's the independent part of music. I think that fans don't understand. Like, that shit can be overwhelming. I'm sure.
yeah. Like if you got a company handling all that, man, it's those people are like trained to do it. But I mean,
Is that
it's
where
just
distribution comes in? Is that so when people say I use a distribution company, is that who puts the music into those playlists essentially?
so like things like TuneCore and CD Baby and DistroKid and stuff like that. I mean, you use their service to like distribute the music to all the streaming platforms and
But I'm saying you still have to do it though, right? Like there's nobody
yeah.
that really like that it's not it doesn't make sense for you to make the music and have somebody else upload it to the platforms and pay somebody else to do it is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do all that stuff myself. But um yeah. I mean,
That's crazy.
people with big camps, of course, they got people to handle all that shit, man, and make sure all their logistics are right and make sure they're getting paid at down to every little red penny and
Yeah, that's got to be well. Because I bring that up because, like, we were talking about it a little bit. So when I go to find you, it's difficult. So I want everybody in the chat to know if you're looking for Legacy on Spotify, just type in Tennessee Mud Baby, and you'll see Legacy. Click on that, and then click on his name, and it'll take you right to his. And then you could download it and like it from there. But I had a hard time finding that, bro. And I knew what I was looking for.
yeah, it's like, like I said, it's been a discussion where we're thinking about adding on to the name to make it more findable. I've been called Legacy since I was just a kid, little young teenager dude. So that's what I've always ran with. But I know it's incredibly hard to find the most generic name ever. I used to think, oh, that's such a dope nickname. Nobody's nicknamed that. And then
Well, in
you,
the age of that, everybody doesn't become a rapper. That was a
yeah,
rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like there wasn't many people on the block that were trying
yeah.
to take your name. Now everybody's a legacy, right?
Yeah, I remember, bro. I remember when that song, "You're a Jerk." I know you're a jerk. A
Uh huh.
dude, a part of that group, is named Legacy, and I was like, "You got to be fucking joking me."
Yeah.
And that was like back in the day, so I was like, "Damn, bro, I'm ruined already."
Yeah. It was so funny listening to you tell the story about the Legacy Adams thing, though, because
Yeah,
I was one of them people, bro. I was calling you Tennessee Mud Baby the first time I heard you. So when you were saying that, you're like, what is it with all these people calling me Legacy Adams? Dude, I
yeah.
was cracking up watching that part of that video.
It's just it's weird, man. Cause like I mean, I guess I could understand it because they see it on my Facebook or whatever. But I just I ain't never put nothing out except for it's just legacy. That's
You know how it
just
happened? You know
legacy.
how it happens, bro? I'm going to tell you, bro, as a fan of music, looking for music. So this is what happened. I went to YouTube. I looked up Legacy. I couldn't decipher where you were in there. I couldn't find it. I go to another platform, same issue. So I was like, wait a minute. I know Chad, I know Leroy and all them rock with this Legacy dude. So I went, and sure enough, I think Chad tagged you in the video where you're in the alley and you're like it's like you're like on the side of a building rapping. I can't remember
Yeah,
the name of the song, but that's where I was looking for. So I found it there. And when I went to your Facebook, guess what I seen? That Legacy Adams. So that's why I was cracking up. I'm like, he's exactly right on what's happening
yeah,
without knowing. People are wandering to your Facebook, whether they're finding you through Show Improve or I Got Some Shit to Say or wherever they're finding you from, they're going to people they know that know you. And that's what's happening.
yeah.
That's
And
great.
I ain't mad at it, man. I like I guess the biggest thing is like I'm not mad at people getting the name confused, whether it's like reaction channels or just fans and stuff. But like if I'm putting out music with someone, like you should know it's legacy, bro. Like you wanted me on the feature. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
happened a few times, man. Like I ain't super upset about it or nothing. It's just like, damn, well, I lost the opportunity to get any engagement off that song. So enjoy. Let me know, screenshot me some comments or something, please.
Yeah, you're such a humble dude though. How you say that? Like, no, yeah, no, but show me, send me some likes over. At least screenshot a couple of the likes for me.
Yeah, yeah. Let me see what people saying about it, since I can't see none of
Uh,
the numbers now.
that's great, dude. That's
Because
great. So, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, if going back to the linking thing, if they like link you correctly, I can see all the like data behind the song. You know what I'm saying? I can see,
Oh, you can see all the analytics of when it's
yeah,
moving. Oh, that's pretty dope.
yeah. I can see like where it's getting streamed at, what platform is doing the best, what just all the numbers that numbers is everything in this shit. If you want to
Yeah.
try to like dial in your people.
Yeah, that's facts, bro. I think people are afraid to admit that too. Like, if you sit there and say, I don't look at the numbers, I don't care about the numbers, and you're on the internet or you're making music, you're a liar. Because if you're not watching that, you're never going to understand how to keep going up. Like, all it's going to do is sit stagnant. If people just get complacent and they don't look at those numbers, you struggle. So you're
Yeah.
right.
I mean, like, I'll be the first to, like, I've said it many times, like, I don't care to like get famous off music or have a career of it. Like that used to be a goal when I was like a younger man, but I feel like I didn't reach that point. By now I already secured a lifelong career, and I just continue to make music because it's like a super passion of mine, and I put more into it than like I mean, I'm not like bashing anyone. I put a
Right.
lot more into it than a lot of artists that are chasing it as a career do, and like it's a passion of mine. It's something I'm never gonna stop doing. I'm gonna be some 65-year-old dude still talking mad shit on somebody's production one day and
Yeah. That's
putting
how it
money
should be.
into
You're a
music
rapper,
video.
dog. You're a
Like
rapper, bro.
just I love making music, dude, and like I'm really when you hear this album, you're gonna hear like some crazy growth because like I'm experimenting and like I'm really like on the verge of tapping into something special and learning a new lane for myself, I think, and like I'm trying to like figure out where I belong in that, and it's gonna be dope, man. I'm playing with a lot of ideas, so
Yeah, I can relate to that, bro. Cause like I sometimes I feel like music's got to be very similar to any type of content, like movies, even or TV shows or reaction videos, for example. So like, I just like when people watch my shit, dude. To be honest with you, like I like people to watch it. I don't care how many. I don't even turn the ads on most of the time. My wife's got a bitch of me to turn the ads on. I just want people to go watch the video. I don't give a shit how much revenue.
Yeah.
So it's got
I,
to be the same way with music.
yeah, I forgot to say that I got sidetracked by saying like don't care to get famous, but yes, I do. I do watch the numbers. I do. I'm like, yo, like, is this like doing what I thought it would do? I've always been interested in shit like that, and like it does make you feel good if you put a song out and it gets 20, 30,000 views. For me, I'm fucking super happy with that, you know.
Right.
But you got guys out here getting 1 million in 8 hours. I'm sure they love that shit. They're watching it. They know,
Yeah.
you know. But
Yeah.
I
You
get
learn how
my
to tag things. You learn how to
yeah.
title it better. Yeah, you're right, bro.
I get my little 30K, and I'm like, shit, we goddamn look at us, boy.
Hmm.
So
Hmm. That's what I'm saying. It don't take much just to make somebody happy, bro. Like that's such a confuse. The internet is a mean place, bro. Like I hear a lot of people praising it to help music grow, which it does. But it's like you got to beat down the bullies in music on the internet before you can grow. It's kind of
yeah,
odd. It's kind of odd.
yeah. Man, I done been called every kind of fat white haystack wannabe, jelly roll wannabe, fucking.
I bet.
I'm just like, you're exactly right. That's who I want to be.
It's funny.
I'm gonna go hang out with them later, loser. Like, you know, it's just
That's the comedy in it. Like that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these dudes. So like I've sat back and I've watched and I've seen people try to like tear groups of music apart. Like they'll say, "Oh, Jelly Roll sold out." Oh, chat. Like they'll throw all these people around like they're just toys, and they don't realize that they're turning around and supporting the same fan base and the same people that are friends with these other people. And it's kind
yeah.
of crazy to think like you're screaming, "Oh, I love you. I'm your number one fan," while you're talking shit about his homeboy. It's mind blowing, dude.
I've had situations like that where like I have to be like I'm much more careful on social media now because people just take shit and run with it. But like I'll say something silly like, "Oh, such and such don't fuck with me," and like they really don't like that person, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they see that I said, "Oh, such and such don't fuck with me." I'm joking, but you don't know my tone behind a computer screen, you know.
Right. Right.
So they're like, "Yeah, fuck that guy," and I'm like, "I mean, he's always been cool with me, bro. I was just joking, like, you know."
Well, yeah, you can. I can see that happening. I can see people getting caught in the crossfire too, because a
Uh,
lot of things happen on the internet so fast. So one day you go in there, you say what's good to your homeboy, you got a whole chat of people coming after you. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Oh my gosh, man, that's nuts. So
yeah.
anyway, so you got a lot of stuff. Like you were doing music videos. Is that how you kind of started out? Like, or was rap always a thing?
Man, it making music like it really just started out me and my cousin Carrington, bro, just smoking blunts in his mama's fucking Maxima, listening to the radio, and just like would rap over the songs on the radio, having fun, and then like I just kind of was like, damn, I'm actually decent at this, and fucked around and bought like a cheap ass studio setup when I was young, and like it sounded like shit, but I was having a good time and trying to put out my little shit sounding mixtapes, and you know the rapper rite of passage, and it just kind of grew into something that I just loved, man, and just how can I intricately put some words together and tell a story, and how can you like being able to say words and it like move somebody, that shit's dope to me. I don't know, I'm like a big fan of like spoken word and stuff like that too, so like somebody can say something that gives me chills or something, like I'd love being able to do that to people. Like it's just like storytelling, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
like
like when
poetry.
I yeah, like when I get into those like vibes where like I write music that are for broken people, like I really fucking write those, and I like really take time to understand what I'm saying and like what am I trying to approach with this song. But like when I do songs where it's hype and I'm just talking shit and like I still mean those records, but like they're not as personal, of course. So
Right.
they're just have fun type shit. But like when I get into like those venting modes and like shit like that, man, I really try to knock things out of the park and write them to like my best of my ability.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. And I can hear that in your music, but I also hear that I see that you got a pretty close friendship with Leroy Biggs and you guys got a track together. And I mean, I could only imagine you two together off camera. It's probably hilarious.
I mean, I honestly, bro, like, I mean, we're in the show improved group chat and shit, but like, I've never even got to meet Leroy before I moved.
Oh,
I
wow.
yeah, I grabbed a feature up from him and he killed it, knocked it out. This is when he was in Florida still, I think,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, I've always cheered dude on ever since I first heard of him. Though I think he's one of the funniest fucking people I've ever like listened to.
Yeah. No
Like
doubt, bro.
there's like some clips that him and Chad Arms have. Like I've been in tears laughing at that shit, man. I'm like, this dude needs to do fucking stand up
The
comedy
internet will never
ASAP.
see it, right? You know that
ASAP.
yeah, that's great, dog. That's funny though because I mean that song you guys did. I remember when that came out. I remember like it was like the cartoon album cover. Leroy just got down and started working with Sonny and them from Street Flavor Records. And that song dropped, and I was like, "Yo, that's pretty dope." You guys, it almost sounded like you guys recorded that in the studio together. Like it was hard to tell. I don't know who did the production on that, but that was dope. Was that Dub 3030?
Dub made the beat and I recorded and mixed all my shit at my studio, and then Dub sent me the stem files to his to Leroy's parts, and I mixed that and stuff, and just everything turned out great. It was a
Yeah,
really dope, super dope record. It was very concise. I wanted to shoot a music video to it, but Leroy was in Florida and I was on the verge of moving, and like I wasn't able to pull it off. But there's time in the future to get that done with some new music. I've sent him some stuff recently to see if he wants to jump on it, but it's gonna happen for sure. We're gonna for sure have something new.
yeah, that'll be dope, bro. Like I could see in that last video because your personality. I think that was the first YouTube live I think I ever seen you do it. I don't think it was a live. I think it was just a normal video, but I didn't see a lot of videos like that from you, where you're kind of playing off on your personality. What'd you call
Yeah,
that? The day in the life of legacy? Is that what that was?
life of legacy. Yeah,
Life of legacy. Yeah, I'll have to stay
yeah,
tuned on those. You doing those
yeah.
every now and then?
I mean, that was the first one that I was just like, man, cause like shit just be happening to me, bro. Shit be some shenanigans out here, and I was like, I just need to start recording some of this stuff, man. And I was like, this would be a good way to keep engagement going when I'm like not dropping records at the time. So I actually just shot another one today, but it's kind of more on a personal level. I'm talking about like health and motivation and stuff like that. So I got some good news today, and I'm gonna put that episode 2 out and try to motivate some of the homies out here to get right. So you check it out if you
Yeah, for
got some
sure.
time. I'm gonna try to get it uploaded after we get done hanging out and get
You
it
should
up
get
on the
five.
internet.
You should get at least 5% from my barber, probably barbers across the country. Because soon, literally after I watched that video, I was like, yo, he's right. That fresh haircut, that couple hours, because I don't have to be to work till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. I got a couple things to do. I get my hair cut. I'll just spend the time with that fresh cut, walk to the grocery store, do my thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got
Yeah,
Publixes around here. But
yeah.
yeah, you're right, dog. So I booked the barber. I said, bet, I got to go see the barber.
You just be in the grocery store picking up random fruits and shit, twisting them around, looking
Yeah,
at them.
yeah. Look, oh, is there water dripping on me? Hey, is there water
Yeah,
on the back of my? Oh, yeah, you see
yeah,
that?
yeah. That shit was
There ain't
so
nothing.
funny, bro.
Yeah, it was, bro. That's what I fear the most, bro. I don't care about gray hair. I don't care about none of that other shit. I just don't want to lose my hair, bro. Because that
Yeah,
feeling of getting a haircut sucks.
yeah. I my I swear, like after I made that little funny video about haircuts, bro, it's like my whole timeline was like people getting their haircut and stuff, and I was like, obviously this is a coincidence, but this is like hilarious. Like it was just a bunch of dudes like at the barber getting a cut, and I'm like,
Ain't it crazy how that
they
attaches though, bro? Ain't it
yeah,
crazy how like you make a video about your day to day life and I radiate to the damn haircut. A lot of other people it sounds like did too. Like they just I gotta go get my fade up. I gotta get it looking right.
yeah, no, that shit was, and then like I have my moments like that. Fucking, I just be randomly saying shit because like in the South, bro, you just hear the most outrageous shit talk. And like when I went back and watched that video, and I was like, that motherfucker was in a Christmas sweater. Why don't you hop in Santa's sleigh? He can get around the world in a day. Maybe he can teach you to move along. Like,
Yeah, that was
I'm,
funny.
I'm like,
That
who
was
says
funny.
that?
That was
Like,
funny. That was great.
I be cracking the fuck up at myself, man.
Yeah,
I'm
that was
funny.
great.
I don't care what
That
nobody
was
says.
quick too, bro. If you pulled that rabbit out of the hat like that, that was quick. Because I said, "Damn, that was a good one, bro." Because a Christmas sweater in October, I would have leaned towards something off of that. But to reach around and find the Santa sleigh and travel to
Yeah.
the world in one day, bro, that was slick, dog. That was sick.
I grew up around some of the best shit talkers, so it came natural.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, I grew up. That's why I come to this, dude. It ain't country rap. It's Southern hip hop. Because at the end of the day, bro, I could watch Friday and listen to some country rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, if
Yeah,
you could mix it. Like, you're a rapper, bro. At the end of the day, you're a rapper with a Southern flow. I said, I think that's why a lot of people. I think that's the divide in the genre. I think people are so mixed up with this. Is it country rap? Is it mainstream rap? Like, who gives a shit? It's rap, bro. If it sounds good, ride with it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I hate how deep like genres get on music, man. Like it's just like you got they'll take one form of music and then break it into like 17 different subgenres, and I'm just like, dude, if it's like good, it's good. I don't
Right.
know. It's all instruments. Just
Yeah.
we might listen to some fucking Tupac on the way to the fucking grocery store, and on the way back the goddamn Bruno Mars. I don't fucking know. It
Bumping
just
some Sublime or Metallica.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm
Like,
fucking
yeah.
three doors down, just fucking whatever's it's good, it's good.
Right.
So
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I feel like it's crazy because, like, you see kids walking around nowadays, they're wearing Pink Floyd shirts, and then they got, you know what I'm saying? Like that. If you can wear that stuff, why can't you be okay with listening to different music? Now everybody's locked in on if it ain't rap and the baby ain't singing it, it's not rap. And I'm like, this is crazy,
nah.
dude.
Yeah, like sometimes I'll like be just hanging out scrolling, and I'll see like these live music shows, and like I'll hear the music that's playing, and I personally don't think it's good music, but a lot of people do, and then I'm like, well, I'm gonna send mine in and see what happens. Fuck it, and like I'll just get obliterated, bro. They'll just be like, get this goddamn bullshit country sounding
Yep.
shit, dude. And I'm like,
Yep.
God damn.
Bro, I was in a couple weeks ago. I was in a stream. It was somebody in California because I work nights, so I'm up late into the morning, early morning. It's late night for them, and this dude was playing all this. It was like auto tune, super auto tune, and man, like almost like Juice World but sped up. And I didn't even know how to explain. I don't even know what it really was. But it was rap, I guess. And I sent in some burden dog, and he was like, "Oh, this would be fire if it was a black dude." And I'm like, "No way, bro!" So you're generalizing the music based off of the race. It sounds like they're saying it's some country ass shit too. It's the same thing, dude.
Nah.
Racism exists in music more than it exists in life. I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, I've experienced it a little bit, but I don't know. I hate it, dude. I hate like how, like I said, how Like it's this kind of music or this kind of music, and I'm like, bro, I'll fuck around and drop a country, rock, soul, R&B, pop album right now. I'll just
Yeah.
lock in and just do it. What
I
what you
think
gonna
that's
what you gonna
important though.
classify it as? What are you gonna
That
classify it as?
I think that's important right now because so check me out. If you look at the ones that have pushed through that cloud that I was talking about, where it's like a cloud of negativity that kind of holds you down, the ones that have seemed to push through that cloud have kind of moved around in the genres a little bit and created fans in every direction. So when you
Yeah,
have enough fans to override all the haters, it becomes not, it don't matter anymore. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I just really enjoy making music, man. As I've gotten older, I really just don't get involved in the politics of it. I was really honestly like weary. Like, I don't remember how long ago it was, but it was like a couple years ago when like every time I got on social media, everybody like in the what they classify as country rap was like beefing with each other. Like every
Yeah.
day it was someone new. Like just going at it with each other. And I'm like, I don't want to be a part of none of that. Jesus Christ. Like,
Yeah.
why does everybody hate everybody in this genre? Like, what the fuck? And
I
then,
think I
like,
stumbled through that a little bit. I think that kind of opens your eyes to it too, though. You're right, because you don't realize it. I think you've been in the game long enough that when you looked in, you were like, "Oh my gosh, the world's a turmoil," you know. And there's other people that come in kind of naive and then start trying to pick a side, and it goes back to that you're talking shit about somebody that is friends with the other person that you support. Like it is crazy. So then it's a war. It's like, who do you trust? Who do you talk to? Who do you go near? Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
yeah. So, I mean, I've always had, like, I mean, like, honestly, bro, I literally feature the same people all the time because, like, I'll get people on my records and stuff that I'm like, I I try to put people on my records that I know like got good track records and like ain't involved with a bunch of foolish ass bullshit and like cuz it's like I don't know if you've ever seen it but like some celebrities they're really like I'm not saying I'm a celebrity or anything this is
Right.
just
Yeah.
an example but like some when you're at like some celebrities at like big levels are like weary to take photos with people because they're like, I don't know who the fuck is trying to take a photo with me. What if they're a serial killer or
Right.
like a
A
some
predator.
crazy
Yeah.
predator?
Yeah.
Exactly. I was trying to think of the word to say that wouldn't get us knocked off air here.
Yeah.
And like
Appreciate you, dog.
they go and post it up like a known predator's like, yeah, I was with such and such today. That's my homeboy. Like now all of a sudden he's on the internet as the homeboy of a predator. And like you just gotta be
Huh.
weary of who you like
I never
really
thought of it like that either. I
interact
never.
with,
Yeah.
bro.
It's like back in the day when you got keys to your first car and your parents said to you, "Don't you let anybody in your car. You better check their pockets. You better make sure that you know what I mean." Like that's what I was told. Like, don't let nobody in your car because when you drive down the road with that person, people see you. That creates image. That's the same thing. Huh? That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah, bro. Man, you just gotta be careful about like how you move and who you moving with, and just
I wonder if that's why a lot of artists that have been around really stay off the internet and they really don't associate with much. Because as a fan,
oh
you
yeah,
know, as a fan, sometimes it can get discouraging, right? So you'll go, man, this dude don't ever like nothing. He don't ever comment. He don't ever say nothing on his YouTube. Well, maybe it's because he's so used to building relationships with people that just fucking either cross him or give him a bad image. Yeah, that I never thought of that like that.
yeah. Like with me, like I mostly just I'll say some funny ass shit on social media or post some just weirdo ass memes, but I don't really just jump on people's statuses and talk or you know if people hit me in the inbox I'll reply to them. I try to like when I'm interacting it's usually because of music or like some side hustle I got going on and I'm trying to make a buck off something I'm doing. But like when it comes to like those kind of when it comes to like interacting on the internet, bro, like someone comments on my YouTube, I don't care if 5,000 people comment. I'm making sure that I reply to each and every single one of them. Thank you so much, or some kind of like acknowledgement.
Right.
Like those are just like the real interactions I try to do on there, man. And just like I don't know. I try to like follow the road as best I can on the
Do you
internet,
do
bro.
you
Because
think
like
do you think
that's
early in your career you said something that caught my attention? You said you used to be about being a millionaire. When you started early in the music, you wanted to be super rich and super successful at rapping, right? And then now it's not that way anymore. Like you wouldn't mind being successful, but you really just do it for the passion and the love, literally, of the music. You just like to do it.
yeah.
Do
I
you
mean, when
think
I was go ahead, sorry.
I'm saying, do you think that that growth in your music also created that growth of not wanting to be an argument causer or an argument start? Do you think back in the day when you were more at it for like trying to get the features, trying to get the folks on your album, do you think you would have been more aggressive on social media?
Oh, I was a fucking lunatic on social media when I was young. I didn't have no kind of goddamn
That's what I thought. I
no
thought
kind of
so.
manners. I I'm talking shit to people. I'm arguing with somebody 4 states away, like just dumb young man shit. But like you know,
Yeah. Well, that's what I
but
thought, and I think that's where your maturity switched from your music, though. I think that mentality. I think you kind of put that thing back away. You lost that type of mindset. Maybe hit it off, and it's a filing cabinet somewhere. It could come out, but you don't let it come out. It's like an
yeah,
artifact, and
I
now you're
got
just lined up with your family life, your music, and your career. Yeah.
I got focused on a bigger goal, man. Like this. I mean, a lot of that like social media shit is like it's all smoke and mirrors, bro. Like I could I could ride around the town for a day and come up with enough content to make you think I'm just really out here just doing the most, you
Yeah.
know? But like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I just drove around town and hit record of little 5 second video clips and pretended I was doing something great that day. So I don't know, man. Just the older I get, the more the internet weirds me out because like that's there's so much shit that gets done for just clout now. It's like, I mean, for fuck's sake, dude, we had a point in time where people were eating Tide Pods on camera for
That's true.
views. I
You're
don't want to
right.
be a part of it, dude. Like, do you know how fucking expensive Tide Pods are? That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. Like, motherfucker, you know how much laundry I could have did with that shit you just ate, bro?
Yeah, you couldn't have found something cheaper to eat. Like they got that 99 cent Comet powder. You couldn't have made
uh,
Comet powder balls or something and ate that
I'll throw
shit.
you out a line of borax right
Yeah,
now, bro. Like Jesus Christ.
yeah, you ain't lying, bro. That's true. But you know that. So do you know who Jack Gaspard is? He's got a funny thing in there where he does a skit on his last album, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we got the I shit on my grandmother challenge." He does like a skit, like the old school rap skits. He's like, "Yeah, it's okay though. She's in a nursing home, but it's all right. We're gonna break it in the nursing home." And then he does a skit where he shits on his grandma, and it was
Jesus.
like saying like. Yeah, it was like showing that people will literally do anything to get attention, but then the folks that are just kind of doing their thing, nobody wants to pay attention to that shit.
Yeah, that's just man. You put like it goes back to the technology thing, bro. It's just gonna grow. It's gonna continue to take over. People are gonna find more ways to use it for advantages, and I mean, it's in everybody's hands, bro. The way they use it is on them. You know what I'm
I,
saying? Like we literally walk around here every day with the entire world
yes,
of knowledge right here. Like you could what I do for a living, someone could sit on this device and
and
learn
figure
it
it out.
if they applied themselves long enough. Not even have to go to school. They could sit and learn these things with a device in their hand that they would rather watch fucking TikTok videos of just goofball shit. Like,
Bro, sometimes I'll be sitting there smoking a blunt and just start smiling and laughing at all my teachers. Back in the day, class clowns, I'm sure you can attest to this. All the teachers say, "These class clowns, you're trying to be the center of attention. You're going to not be successful in life." Meanwhile, flash to 2023, where all these center of attentions got millions and millions of views on TikTok for fucking jumping around and eating Tide Pods and shit. So
uh,
all these teachers that said, "You guys ain't good." Do you know how many success stories there are at a class clowns that are now probably
uh,
YouTube sensations? Man, that's nuts.
uh,
Oh
uh,
man. But that's why the music struggles, bro, because we got a whole generation of Tide Pod eaters that are listening to mumble rap and thinking it's real music. That's the issue at hand.
Yeah. Life's crazy, dog. You know, you gotta do what you can out here with what you got. You
Think
know.
about it, bro. Somebody's gonna find our shit from years ago, and they're gonna be like, "These people were out here eating Tide Pods,
Yeah.
and oh my god, they're gonna find bath salts and shit, and think we were really doing bath salts from the bath in the
Like
water and shit."
20, 20 years from now, somebody's gonna find this video and be like, "Look at these two cornballs. Jokes on them. I created edible Tide Pods, and now he's a millionaire." Like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Class
So
clown will do it. It'll be the kid
yeah,
in the fucking never comes to school,
we're gonna
smokes
be the
pot
ones
all
that
the
was
time.
wrong.
Yeah, bro. Wouldn't that
So
be some shit, dude? Oh my God, I'm laying in hospice and shit, and I look up on the TV. It probably ain't a TV no more. It's probably just projected on the wall. And
uh,
the Tide Pods that you can eat. Don't worry if you're stuck in your car in the snowstorm. Just eat your Tide Pods. Like
yeah.
fuck you.
I mean, you seen goddamn Snickers? They came out with Snickers pods around that time. They was trying to capitalize off that shit. I can't blame them.
Serious. Oh my. Yeah,
Yep.
but look what capitalizing on things will get you. Look at Bud Light. They sent one can and destroyed their whole company. Oh my gosh, dude. That's crazy, bro. The
That's
internet is a scary place, dog, if you think about it. So I can see somebody like you because you're a humble dude. It seems like you do your thing and you don't give a shit about anything else. Just cruising. So I could see you. You done made this whole album and you pop on YouTube for a little bit, and there's people just clawing their eyes out over these live streams, and you're probably like, what the hell is people are eating Tide Pods, taking shit on their grandparents. You don't know what's going on, dog. That's wild.
man, it's a trip, bro. Like, I mean, I'll 100%. I'll doom scroll on my phone and just like I'll just see all kind of shit. I'm like, the algorithms that I get compared to what like my old lady gets or some shit, bro. I'm like, you have a normal feed of like information. Like, how did I get all this crazy shit?
It goes back to Google, bro. Men, I feel like men Googled some weird shit, dog. Like my wife's the same way. You look at hers is boring, to be honest with you. Like hers is like just weird. Sometimes she's the one that suggested your music, bro. My wife's actually the first person that told me about you. But she was scrolling, she's on all the same music pages and shit. And I ain't on Facebook. And it seems like a lot of your music was promoted through Facebook more than any other platform. And she happened to see the video, the
Yeah,
actual video I was talking about where you're out on the side of the road. I forget what that was a good song. My bad for not remembering the name of it.
out on the side of the road.
You were on the side of a building. It was like a tan building. You had your glasses. They were like the wired glasses. I think you might have had longer hair in the video. Let me see what it is. I'm gonna tell
Damn,
you
I'm
what it
trying to
is.
remember.
It was probably a year and a half ago, maybe. Edge of Reality, maybe.
Oh yeah. That one. I don't think I was out in the street though. That one was like inside.
No, it wasn't that one then. Hold on, I'll tell you. Now I want to know. You were in like a blue, almost like a blue.
It might have been off the ground.
It was older.
Yeah,
It was
off the ground's
probably
like 4 years old.
uh, it was Crank Up,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I shot that on top of a building at a mattress store.
and you had a hoodie on. That's why I thought you had your hair
Yeah,
braided. It almost looks like
yeah,
you had your hair braided, right?
I did. Yeah,
Yeah, because I couldn't tell if it was braided because you had the hoodie on the thumbnail. The hoodie's like laying on top of your braids, and it almost looks like you got a nice edge there. You can't tell
yeah.
if it's a bald spot. See, I got to be careful because I'm getting bald spots and shit, so I don't want to be like, oh, it was a bald spot because that's kind of sensitive, bro.
Yeah, no, I just had the old hair braided up, man. I decided one day I was gonna grow it out and see what it looked like, and then I don't know. I mean, I got tired of waking up brushing that shit. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, man, fuck this. I don't know how the females do this shit. This shit is not for me.
Bro, I went from a time in my life where I grew it to my shoulders and I thought I could donate it, but they're like, no, you got to go a lot longer than that, bro. So I cut it all the way off. And then I got into some trouble and I knew I wasn't going to be in the general public for a while. So I Uncle Festered that mug, and that was a bad choice. So I had completely gone, like bald, like my face on the side of my cheek bald to all the way down to my shoulder. So nobody can say I don't like my hair long and I don't like it bald. I'll keep it at a fade. Like right where
Yeah.
you're rocking, I'll rock that.
Yeah, that's just I get a ball fade now. The barber I go to now. This was my first time going to him. I walked in with just this like 10 inches of hair. I was like, just bro, just cut it off, please. And he was like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Just do it." I can't take it no more, man. Cut it off.
Yeah, I feel that. And well,
So
I guess Colorado ain't super humid, right?
nah, it ain't really. It ain't no humidity at all around here, man. It's
Dry.
crazy. It's fucking crazy, man. Like summers, I'll be outside all summer, bro. Like I mean, it gets hot, and like I I I realize that you feel the sun's effects more here
Yeah,
because like the
the
elevation. I
UV,
guess you're like closer to it. I don't
right?
know, but
Yeah, you
like
get more UV exposure.
yeah, and so like, but I can just be outside enjoying myself and not need a fucking shower immediately. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy, and like winter. It'll snow here in the morning. It'll be damn 3 feet of snow on the ground 2 p.m. It's all melted. Sun's out, shining. It's like 40 degrees outside, but it feels amazing because it's just the sun feels good here. It's crazy.
Yeah, that right there. My wife's been telling me, man, we got to get out of Florida. We're just melting down here, and I'm like, oh, it's like that everywhere in the world, everywhere in the United States. That's how it is. She said, no, it ain't. Tennessee
Nah,
ain't like that. Colorado ain't like that. I said,
shit.
I was born in Arizona, and it's like that.
Tennessee's muggy as fuck, bro.
Uh, I told her, but now,
Dude, the summers are just like night and day. Like I'm gonna fuck around, and end up going back to Tennessee one summer, and just be like, "What the fuck, man?"
yeah, you probably have to be careful, bro, to be honest, because it's such a that I had a dude come from Portland, Oregon to Pasco County, Florida to do some work at this job I used to work at. And this dude on the first day, he went home at lunch. He said, I'm moving back to Portland. He said, I can't beat this is not happening. It was like the hottest day in August, though. He kind of picked a bad day to move to Florida and work.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, I ain't been to Florida in like years, bro. My brother Jit's down there. He moved down there and opened up a food truck, well, a food cart business, and so
Yeah, they do
I
good
need to
out here,
come
bro.
visit him.
Bro, they got
Yeah,
food. They got food trucks. They got a Puerto Rican one in a Dollar General parking lot over here by me, and then right down the road on the same, like pretty much the same road off on a side street, they got a pizza truck, and a little further they got a taco truck. Like on the side of the road, these people just are parking in businesses, paying a little bit to park in a parking spot. Like
yeah,
brilliant.
making a killing.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got his set up like in front of a like brick and mortar store that he's like building stuff inside for people that can like come in and eat. But there's I don't think there's a kitchen inside. It's just like a chill area where like if people come up to the cart, they can order some food and go in and eat. And
that's
he's
the
got it.
move.
Yeah, he's got it all like vintage made up in there and shit. But he's always, as far back as I remember, he's always wanted to like open a restaurant or do something with food, and he's like a phenomenal cook. So like, he's did a lot of big shit in the music industry, like national tours and redneck raves and shit like that.
Really?
And I mean, everybody has a calling, bro. Like it ain't, I've seen a lot of my people do really well in music but also have a career that means more to them, and like they just like music is like temporary, bro. Eventually it's just like you're eventually like I feel like it becomes like a young man's game in the rap music, but like that's why you see some of these guys like transitioning into more soulful stuff that they're doing, and like they're evolving. You got to evolve in music, man.
It's like
Because
being a football player, bro. You go pro and then eventually you become a coach, and maybe you got to slow down a little bit, not be running on the field, but still running the plays. Maybe doing it a little different. I see it. Like that's why I think Deion Sanders is making such an impact across the country because it just goes to show like it ain't about being, it's about growing as a person. Back in the day, bro, Dion, you would have never thought Dion would be coaching a bunch of kids. Back in my time, in your time, I'm sure watching Deion Sanders, he was one of the biggest trash talkers there was, bro. I feel like he created drama, right? And now look at him uniting that shit, dude. I think you're right. I think it's a growth process. I think that's
yeah,
what music has to be. If music ain't growth, then you're not making good music anymore.
yeah. Like I mean that it's all like I mean the just the history of music proves that growth is inevitable. It has to change. Like, and you'll see like little specks here and there where someone sounds like a an old time or a past trend, and like it rekindles flames, and then like people pick up on that and they create something new with that. Like music just evolves, man. There's no it's like word technology. Like,
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
just people find basically they find some old software and they're like, how can I take what's cool about this and add something to it? And then like that's all it is, bro.
Ain't that crazy? Like I heard a dude the other day that did a song with this cat Zach Spade, and the name and this dude sounds just like Pac, bro. Like when I listened to it the first time, I thought they were using Tupac ad libs, but it ain't. It's this guy rapping, and it. You're right. It ignites that remembering of another time, and like I started listening to Tupac because I wanted to go hear that sound that he really was close and spot to. I don't know if he's trying to do that, but who cares, right? Because that's the art of a musician, I guess. Is it copying or is it paying homage? Like I think a lot of people get lost in that respect that isn't theirs to earn. If that makes sense,
Yeah,
like how can I be mad at you for paying respect to Jelly or Chad? You know what I'm saying? Like how can I judge you for shouting out? Like you said, you just said it a minute ago. You make music for the broken, right?
yeah,
You and that's just paying respect to what that's a Jelly thing, but that can also be a legacy thing. That's just paying homage in the music industry. And maybe you didn't even mean to do it, but I think a lot of people get lost in that. Oh, why are you disrespecting an artist?
yeah.
Motherfucker, it ain't your respect to judge.
I mean, my first album I ever put out was called Reality Music, and it was an entire. I mean, it had like some hype tracks on it, but it was like a lot of just real life scenario shit, and that's where like I really came up was talking about those kinds of things. So I mean, I've always made music for like the people that's just really going through it. I mean, it makes sense for me to do that because that's what I used as a crutch when I needed to get through some shit. Was just somebody made some music that I felt it in my fucking soul, and it helped me get through whatever was going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of music before I am a creator of it.
Right,
Like
right, exactly.
I understand. I don't know, man. I feel like I've always been some kind of weird like gatekeeper of music because like I'll hear somebody and then I'm like, this dude's gonna blow the fuck up, and then like sure enough, 2 years later he's blew up, and I'm like, I just be knowing, bro. Like
Well, because
it's
you hear
crazy.
it, like that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so on the bottom of your logo, what does it say? I was trying to look, I can't see it. Your logo with the lips where it says legacy and I think it's a bullets, maybe it says it in.
Yeah, it's a mouthful of bullets.
But what does it say under the bottom?
Voice of the slums.
Yeah, voice of the slum. So I like when I seen that because I know your kind of your story and your history on your respect towards certain people in the genre. I'm like, yo, I think that's dope because voice of the slums also is similar to music for the broken, right?
Yeah,
It's just a runoff of it means essentially the same thing, just in a different way of saying it, right? I thought that was dope, bro. Shout out to
yeah.
you for that.
Yeah, and like you was talking about inspirations and stuff. This album that I'm about to put out, a huge part of the inspiration behind it was Jelly. But I've been listening to Jelly since like slamming and jamming days in Lebanon. Like years ago, bro. Like, and he's always been an inspiration. But like when he came out with the music where he like put it all on the line and like started singing and like doing soulful shit and just completely came out of left field with it. That's shit that I've always wanted to try and do, but I didn't have the confidence to do it. So when I was like, damn, if this dude could put his whole career on the line to create music like this and see what it does, my bitch ass can do the same thing. And I ain't on no level like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can put out some, you'll see when the album comes out, bro. This
I can't
motherfucker's
wait to hear,
crazy, bro.
bro.
This,
I believe that because I have a feeling you listened to that same interview that Jelly did with Joe Rogan, and he talks about how he came to this point in his music, and it's like a lot of people think that artists just make this shit on the fly, like, oh, I made this in the studio. I did this album in 5 days, in 7 days, or whatever. No, that Whitstable Chapel, he sat on that album for so long, bro. That whole album was reconstructed and remade. Like, you're right, it's a growth process for a man, dog. Like, you want to try something new, and somebody else, Jelly, wasted his whole. He could have blew his whole career doing that. He
yeah.
could have knocked it out. And I seen him just reach back in his rap bag on that feature he did with that Wild Ones. We like the Wild Ones with that girl. He rapped on that track, and I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting that. But that makes that rap that much more wholesome. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to Save Me and stuff off of his new album, you're like, yo, this dude that you wouldn't think has this heartfelt music, and it's the same shit he's talking about, right? But just more respectfully. And I
Yeah.
think that's what it comes down to. Like, you're rapping about the same shit you felt when you were young, but you're just doing it more intellectually, more respectfully to yourself and to others. Yeah, that's what's up, bro. It's all about
Yeah.
growth.
Like I don't want to be the guy that's like if I'm not actively involved in something, like if that ain't me, I don't want to sit up here on this microphone on my grand stage and talk like it is. Like, like when I was
Mhm.
young, I was involved in a lot of like fucked up activities. That's just how I'm gonna label it. But like, like music I made back then is not music I make now. Like the two would have never crossed paths, but that's different parts of life. That's different stories you tell. That's the growth of it. Like I can go back and listen to my old albums and be like, this is who I was back in 2000X or 2010, and this is who I was in 2013. Like there's bodies of work that are just documented of things I was saying in those times of my growth to get to this point.
Literally a time capsule of your music just locked. Like when you were a jit and you would bury the thing at the school and then they bury it up 7 years. Like that's what you essentially are talking about. Is like your music is just is different chapters of your life. Like you could go through and listen to different stages in Legacy's life throughout his years of music, and that's how it should be. And I respect that. I think that if you didn't do that, I don't think your music would have the impact that, because I think if people had more open minded to try different music and to search for new art. I think people are lazy, bro, to be honest with you. I think
Yeah.
people just listen to what they know and they don't care to try to find nothing different.
Yeah. That's one thing I will say about the internet though. The fucking TikTok dude has put me on to so many dope artists. Like people I never would have heard of had they just not put up the 30-second clip of their video. I would have never knew who they
You've
were.
been using it? You've been putting up TikToks of your videos?
Yeah, I need to get better about it, but it's just like that app weirds me out, man. There's a lot going on with that fucking app that there's just
I agree.
like there's like it's not just like a music platform. It's just like there's a whole universe inside of that fucking thing. That's a whole different beast. But like just touching back on that shit, man. Like, it's so many dope people I've came across, music that I absolutely love now. Like I'll sing that whole motherfucking song with my whole heart because
Yeah.
And I would have never known that song had I just not been on TikTok scrolling one day and it played and I'm like, this is fire. And then I get on Spotify, find their page, find their music videos. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's dope. I really like this kind of music. And now I'm a fan and a lifelong fan of a lot of people.
You know
So
what I thought about, bro? Because I always think about marketability and things. Like I always think about that because I feel like if you're an independent anything, you got to have some sort of understanding of how to market something, right? So I was like, yo, if I was a rapper, right, and I would, or a singer or whatever, I would take my hooks. Like I would make 50 hooks. I'd find 50 beats and I make 50 hooks, right? And I would make TikToks of these hooks. And I would put out a 30-second hook dancing to this hook. And then I would watch my TikTok algorithms like we talked about with the numbers, right? And I would
yeah,
say, damn, bro, these two hooks took off. Boom, I would write songs of those two hooks. And then I'd
yeah,
start, and I just keep using, that's how I would use my filter to filter my content and my music.
hmm,
So that's why when you said numbers, you watch numbers, I respect that. I wish more people would admit to that because I think more people do, but they're afraid to just say, hey, I like when people watch me. Like, I like when people watch my interviews. I like when people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think
yeah.
people are afraid of that.
I mean, when you put your energy into something and like you're passionate about it, you want it to be seen and acknowledged. I mean, just like when it comes to like making money off music, like I'm never gonna get back what I've invested in this shit, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I know what it takes to put together something solid, and it's not. I'm not putting a bunch of money into it because that's what needs to be done to become some rap superstar. I do it because I'm creating something that I'm gonna have forever. And it's like, I don't know, people build cars, they enjoy cars, they sink tens, 20s, 30,000 dollars into their car to make it how they like it. That's all. That's what I'm doing with music. Shit, I'm never gonna
Well, I
get this
think
shit back.
Well, I think that's the difference. I think you just stated the difference right there. So what I hear is you put more of an investment into your music, knowing that you're probably not going to get near the return of what you put in. But that's the difference between an artist that wants to make good quality like, bro, your music, the quality of your music sounds good. You don't hear you stumbling around trying to find a word. Like if you did have errors in there, you covered them up well with ad libs. Or if you didn't like your pronunciation of a word, you covered it up. You know what I mean? You really you take time and master these songs, right?
Yeah,
I think that, and you worry about what others, not what others think about it, because you don't really give a shit what they think about it, but you worry about how it moves. You want to see it be successful. You want people to hear it.
yeah,
That's why you care about the quality. That's why you care about the production level, because you can make music in your cell phone. You know what I'm saying? And you can put
yeah,
it on the internet, but that's not why you're making music. That's not the art that
yeah,
it's the production, it's the songwriting, it's the whole package, and I think that's dope, man.
yeah, yeah. I'm just interested in creating a something that an idea that can just live forever. So
Yeah, yeah. What
just
a way though, like, bro, in all reality, I think you'll be all right with that, because I think the way the internet moves, as long as you keep putting out videos, it's a time capsule, bro. This shit will research. Like you were saying, people start rapping a certain way. Somebody could back 10 years from now, 20 years from now, could have a legacy flow. They could stumble upon you and think you're the greatest thing since sliced cheese. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. The internet is
yeah,
that weird that you really don't know, dude. You don't know.
yeah.
So keep doing your thing, dog.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the kind words,
It's
the
real, man.
inspiration.
Before I started doing YouTube, I watched a video and I'm so glad I watched it. And the guy talked about like maybe nobody gives a shit about you for 7 years. And he did some humor, but he was really blunt in it. Like he made it a point, like, and it made me realize like that's what these artists are doing. It gave me a different respect for the music, because a lot of artists that I run into, they really care about this shit, dude. They really want people to hear it. They don't care about the fame and the fortune. They just want their music to get out there, and they do whatever it takes. Hey, I'll feature, I'll spend. Like when I heard how much features can cost sometimes, it blew my mind, bro.
Yeah. I mean, you should. I mean, back in the day, like music videos have gotten relatively cheap now, but
Yeah.
like if you go back to the day and age when like Pac and Wu Tang and motherfuckers was shooting music videos, those were 30, 40, 50, $60,000.
And they were some of those were
Easy.
trash, bro.
But they
Nowadays,
but
looking back,
but
wow.
back then that was fucking state of the art technology. That was like
Yeah,
crazy, right?
yeah, you're right.
But
Top notch.
like
That's
like like now, shout out to the videographer I use, director, Lost Films. I mean, with him, it's $1,000 minimum, and then you just go up from there. But like, he's worth way more than that. Like he's so fucking fire. Like a lot of videographers and directors, man. Like music. I mean, music videos are substantially cheaper than they were years ago when like not everybody was doing it. But like, if you want like really really good quality work, man, you'll sit and research and find, and like you'll come up with that budget, like you know
and there's definitely a difference. You can definitely see the difference. And now it's crazy though because people can shoot music videos with cell phones and they don't come out horrible. Like I've seen
yeah,
people do really well, and it was kind of shocking that they did it like that because I see why the value of a video has dropped drastically because the technology is there. So a lot
yeah,
of times it's just getting that shot and understand. It really is about the shot and the edits, right? I mean,
yeah,
you've done videos, so if you get good shots, good angles, you get way more clips than you need. You understand your editing software. You got a good editing software. The limits are endless. Like you have,
yeah.
yeah. So
It,
that's no,
I mean, I'm sure I could go out here and find like somebody fresh out of film school and be like, "Yo, I'll give you $200 to shoot me a music video," and it'll probably come out really good because they're good at what they do. But like, if I go and holler at my main guy with somebody I know that has like a super dynamic camera, like when it comes down to the fine details of it, the blacks in it aren't gonna look noisy. The highlights aren't blown out. Like I'm looking for like that art factor, somebody that's gonna understand what I want out of a video, and like that's what I see it as paying for. Because like you said, dude, cell phones are fucking out of control, bro. I don't know if you know anything about cameras, but like there's
yeah.
like comparisons of REs and shit, which are like $100,000 cameras next to an iPhone footage, and I can barely tell which one's which. Like it's
Well,
wild out here, bro.
the reaction I did to your song, if you notice, I like that little. Everyone gives me shit, and I don't care because nobody does what I'm doing. Like in the intros where I'm kind of bopping to the song, I give my own little visual because I'm using that to try to understand the editing process. So eventually, maybe I can shoot a music video. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
could have because I got a couple friends that are trying to come up. You never know, bro. And then you take it into shooting weddings. There's way more than just music videos when you have a camera and the ability to capture a memory.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
Oh
I mean,
snap!
it's just
We are we
a
back? Are we back? My bad. I think we dropped out.
I'm
We're
here.
back.
Are
My
you
bad.
here? Okay.
No, I dropped out.
uh,
My whole screen went off for a second. My bad.
oh shit. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, the camera. I mean, like it's just growth, man. It's trial and error with the shooting videos. The more you do it, the more you're gonna learn. The more you just grow chemistry with it.
Yeah,
It's
you're
all
right. It's all about.
nobody's good at anything when they first start. It's just you just learn.
Well, that's
So
why I put them in my reactions because you're right. It's like the understanding of the angle and the idea of the video. You have to have the idea of the video before you even start recording. Like you can't just record and then try to make up the idea as you go. That's hard. I've
yeah,
tried the trial and error thing. It's working.
yeah. You just stick
Am
to
I
it, bro.
lagging
You'll
pretty
be
bad
out
on
here.
your end?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
No,
because when
I
I
hear you
talk,
well.
you
Nothing's
don't
cutting
hear it
out.
till a couple. Okay. My bad. My internet bugs out. I just had the internet guy here. That's the one that said, "What's up from Open Infra" in the chat. Right here. Look, check this out. This is love. This is support. It says much love from Open Infra. That guy just put my fiber optic in, and I I
Yeah,
tipped him with the nug. Hey, dude, he was dope, bro. He was dope. So I was like, hey, I got a YouTube channel. You listen to hip hop? Check me out, dog.
yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try to tip somebody with a nug out here, they're just gonna be like, "This doesn't mean anything to me."
Oh, bro, you could tell him. You could tell he was cool, dog. Like I would love that when I would be out working. Oh, I love that, dog. Give me that
Yeah,
nug.
yeah, yeah, that shit's in abundance here. It's everywhere. Well,
Yeah,
it's
well,
legal in Florida now, right?
yeah, that's what I'm saying here
Yeah,
too. So it's kind of like hippie love. Like here you go, dog.
yeah, yeah. It's everywhere.
It blew
Everywhere you
my
go.
mind. It blew my mind how cheap it is in Colorado, though.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can walk in the dispensary, man, grab you a fucking ounce for like $40.
I know it was dangerous, and every day
So
you can do that.
yeah, they run sales all the time, man. And it's
That's
like really
nuts.
good weed too. It's like, yeah,
Yeah, you never have a bad experience with it.
yeah. I mean it's more abundant everywhere now, but like it's moving here. When I first moved here and went to my first dispensary, I was like, this shit's wild, bro. Like you just walk in the store and buy some weed.
I thought I was gonna get arrested leaving, dog.
Like
I thought they were gonna run out.
there's a whole cop in here with a gun at the security desk, and I'm in here buying weed. What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. I thought when I left they were gonna fucking. I'm walking out like hiding the bag underneath my arm, and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have to do this shit. Put it down by my side, and you know that paranoia that sits in,
Yeah,
because that's the first time, dude. It was nuts. And when I got to Colorado, I didn't know there was designated smoking spots. Like you can't just be smoking in front of the store, but down on the
nah.
side a little bit you could smoke as long as you're away. Bro, I was sitting there smoking a joint and the cop was parked at the 7-Eleven. I'm like, yo, this is awesome, bro. And that was before it was legal here.
Yeah, yeah. I think you can. I don't know. They might try to jam you up if you're like out in public sometimes, but
Really?
I can. I'm pretty sure like it's just like if I'm in a public like non-private place or somewhere I don't have permission to smoke, I can't. Like I can go stand in my front yard and
Oh.
smoke weed all day, but if I like stand on the sidewalk, I'd probably get in trouble.
Oh, snap. So maybe I could have got in trouble for that then. Bro, I
That's
was out there acting
that's
a
what I think.
fool.
Yeah. But I mean, they got bigger fish to fry out here, bro. It's fucking, it's like, I think damn near every day I see some like bust for like 2 million fentanyl pills and shit coming through here, and like they got bigger
No, it's
things
a
they're worried
wild, wild
about.
west. It's the wild, wild west out there.
Yeah, it's a lot of that shit coming through.
No way.
Yeah,
That's nuts, bro. Such a beautiful state to get destroyed. I seen a lot of homeless people there in downtown Colorado. I was shocked. I didn't expect
yeah,
that.
yeah. It's I mean, I don't know how bad it's been over the years, but since I moved here, there's like downtown's pretty, it's pretty wild. Like what I'm trying to think of the street names that I was on. I was just like, holy shit, this is crazy. But I mean, that's in any big city. You're
Like
gonna
worse
have
than
like skid
Nashville?
rows.
Was it worse than
Um,
Nashville?
it's probably about the same. I mean, there's a lot of homeless camps in Nashville too.
Yeah.
So, but
When I
I think the homeless here might just be a little more out in the open. I think, but
Okay.
I'm not too I'm not too sure. I've seen it, but like I haven't just really lived in it like I did back home and seen it a lot. So
I feel like it would be more in Colorado because there's probably more people migrating there for the marijuana laws and the mushroom laws and all the laws they have there. Because when I went to downtown Nashville, there was a lot of homeless, but it wasn't like crazy. They had their own little areas. You know what I mean?
yeah, we're actually next year. Like we decriminalized mushrooms, DMT, some other psychedelic shit, like 5 different psychedelics. But like starting next year, you're gonna be able to go see psychiatrists and shit, and like get fucking zooted on DMT with the psychiatrists.
Hey, bro, that's what that in that Rogan thing that Jelly talks about. He was eating mushrooms, dog, and he was sitting by himself, and all of a sudden it just washed over him. He's like, I love Baptist, growing up in a Baptist church and shit, and like that Southern gospel music. He's like, but they never made that shit for me. Like it was
Yeah.
all about everything else. And he thought about his daughter and like the music that she listened to and all that. And he stopped the whole album he had already pretty much finished and started writing that Whistle Chapel. And that's the name of the church that he grew up in, I guess.
Yeah.
So, and that's what got him to that, his music. And I listen to Mushrooms, and I listen to Mike Tyson and shit talk about that. And that makes me crazy to think that. Could you imagine hanging around with Mike Tyson eating mushrooms or smoking DMT or doing that fucking thing he does with the priest or whatever it is?
Yeah, I'd be scared to just be around Mike Tyson. Period.
Yeah, bro. Imagine him eating mushrooms.
Dude, just snap, punch me in the head, and I die.
I'm more worried about him hallucinating as me and Fender Holyfield and chewing my fucking ear off.
But yeah, I've already said that when that psychiatrist shit goes in effect, I am gonna be first in line to. I've been wanting to try DMT for a long time. I don't know why, but it intrigues the fuck out of me. I'm finna go do it, and we gonna see about it.
I've heard a lot of people say that those things, like in the right amounts, can definitely help with ADHD and bipolar and all these. And it's crazy to hear. Like I listen to Joe Rogan talk about it a lot. It's like that. Why make a solution illegal? Like that could be the solution to a lot of the mental health, bro. And we'll never know because it's illegal.
Yeah.
It makes you think, like, look at marijuana, bro. Look how illegal that was for so long. And look how many lives it's actually probably bettered in the last 10 years, 15 years.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it definitely. I know a few people with like extreme anxiety and shit, and they smoke them a little doobie and go on about their business like nothing's wrong.
Yeah. Ain't that crazy, dog? I deal with that. That's why I don't have to take I used to take Xanax and they were prescribed and I got bad with them, dog. And I had to go to rehabs. I ain't never had to go to rehab for smoking pot. So when I got out of there, I told the judge, I told everybody, I'll get sober to get off this probation, but I ain't quitting smoking weed, bro. I can't keep my sanity without. So that medical marijuana card, here I come.
Yeah. Yeah. That shit's a lifesaver for some.
So dog, we're seeing the album by when? You can't really give a date on that, right?
I don't have a for sure date. I really, really want to get it out by the end of the year, but I have something I have to do in November, mid-November for the album that is gonna take it to the next level, I hope. And once that's done, I'll be able to get announcements out and start campaigning this thing.
Yeah, that's what's up, dog.
So, and hopefully, put out a body of work that can help me or help others like it's helped me, because writing this has been it's not only been like telling a story, it's been releasing some years of like pain. So
Yeah, you can definitely hear it.
that's
Yeah.
hopefully people love it as much as I do. If not, I'll love it. I'll give it all the love it needs.
Yeah, bro, you're giving it a solid rollout too. So you let me know and I'll share it. Like when you get links and stuff to get it pre-ordered or however you're going to do it, let me know and I'll post them on the community forum. If you guys are in here, make sure you go subscribe to Legacy. If you're not in here and you're watching this later, make sure you go subscribe to him. I got his YouTube channel right there in the description. So it's not hard to find it. Just click on the description and you'll go. Man, I'm excited to see what you come with, bro. And I'm excited. Like, are you going to be in the any of the podcasts that they're doing? Like, are you going to be, interacting with the I got some shit to say podcast and all that?
Yeah, I got plans to go back down there, and we're gonna like whenever I do get a chance to get down there, we've got plans to like set out 3 to 4 days and just like crank out like content and hit the studio, record a bunch of music, record a bunch of interview stuff, podcast stuff. We're just gonna just go down there for like a week and a half and just like for like half of that just crank out as much stuff as possible and just have like a catalog ready to put out in intervals.
Huh. Yeah,
So
bro, that's the way to go, man. Like as I was saying, the internet's so fast. We were talking about it, like putting that music out, getting it to the people, and just keep promoting it. Make the TikToks. Do what you got to do, dog. I want to
yeah,
see you grow because I think people. I think you're just such a humble guy that you really. It don't seem like you care so much for that promotion. That's why I was excited to see you kind of jumping in with 3NT. I think you'll have a little bit more opportunity to grow a little bit faster. You'll be in front of more people. I think
yeah,
that will be beneficial. So I'm excited to see what you do, man.
yeah. I appreciate it, man. I've definitely slacked on the promotion side of things, but I'm, you know, figuring it out. So I do appreciate the words of encouragement. So
Yeah, I definitely see you, dog. Like the only thing I'll say, because I suck at promoting my shit too, but I'll stay consistent in one area. Like I try to stay consistent on my thumbnails or something. You know what I mean? And I feel like once you get good at being consistent at one thing, then you jump to the next one. So maybe it starts by making stupid little TikToks every now and then, or the YouTube videos you were doing. That's
yeah,
smart.
yeah. So trying to find me a little lane to coast in for sure.
Yeah, tell your story in and do your thing, bro. That's what's up, dog. I'm excited to see the growth, man. I really am.
Yes, sir.
What is the most recent video? Is it Time? Is Time the most recent drop that you've had?
Yeah, time. I was like 4 months ago.
Yeah. Okay.
So I've been wanting to. I've got a shoot planned for one of the songs off the album that I'm gonna use to roll out with, but my dude's been like hella busy going back and forth to Atlanta and Las Vegas with other clients and stuff. So I've been kind of chilling, waiting on him to get freed up some because I don't really want to go to nobody else. I'm trying to like build something with him. So that's our second video together. So trying to get the third one in and keep going from there.
So hey, you know what? So say the album's called X, Y, and Z. The title track would be called X, Y, and Z, right? Like the title track from the album that would be the same name as the album, right? Is that how you'd say that?
Um, I mean, I've seen that done, but in this case, no.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna ask if the video could possibly be a description of the entire album since it's a rollout type. Like, are you gonna whatever song it's coming? Are you gonna see what you're about to get in the album? Is it gonna be, or is it
Oh
gonna?
yeah,
Yeah, okay. So we'll know
it's
right away. Yeah, that's what's up.
it's yeah, it's you're gonna be like, oh shit, damn, this was fire.
Yeah, I
At
can't
least I
wait.
hope that's what people think. They might think it's a dumpster fire, but that's okay too. So
No, like I could be real and tell you, like there is some stuff in yours that, like, man, maybe I just ain't catching the vibe to it. But then there's
yeah,
others, bro. For the most part, like I'm telling you that I know it, and I'm sure this album will change this, but I know that Tennessee Mud Baby in that time, like nobody can play those. If I hear that beat and you ain't singing on it, I'm be like, yo, that's Legacy's beat. What are you doing? Because I just that sound, that vibe. I can hear your high. I feel like you're high where you're crunk, and then you're low where you're kind of like, oh, here I am, but I'm still doing me. Like I'm still here. And that's the vibe I catch from you. Like you got a story to tell. You're fucking hurt. You're pissed off, but you made it. But now you want to talk about it. Like that's why I'm
yeah,
excited to hear it.
yeah. It's gonna be. I think I did a good job of embodying myself into it. So I'm excited, man. I can't wait. It's killing me to just not put it out. Just drop it right now. But I can't do that. So
No, let it build, man. That rollout's
uh,
important, man. I learned it from Vic from the Country Rap Report. I never
yeah,
understood it, man. That rollout is important. I watched Leroy do it with Sober, and he did it with is that new one he just put out, a Creek thing. And bro, he rolled that thing out for months, dude. And people were still there. I mean, maybe it was a little bit too long of a rollout from start to front, but people were there ready to jam, and it was dope to watch that happen.
Yeah, yeah. I got a lot of things that I'm gonna have ready to go for the rollout of stuff and keep people interested in it while the pre-orders and stuff are up. So I think I got a good plan in mind.
Well, dog, keep me posted, man. I really want to make sure I share that as much as possible. I want people to hear you. I think your message is important, and I think your music's good, man.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate. I like hearing that type of shit, man. It makes me. I'll go cut another album tonight.
Yeah,
Just send it straight to you.
yeah, that's what it's about, bro. That's what it's about. That's what I'm saying. I think the more, and you definitely seem like the guy that gets the feedback and you feed off the feedback, and that's what music's about, man. That's what creating content and spreading your words about. So keep doing you, dog. I really appreciate it. I do.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you for having me on the show and hanging out. I know we've talked before about getting an interview, but we were both kind of busy, I think, and
Yes, sir.
I'm honored to be here and hang out with you guys.
Yeah, no doubt. Let everybody know where to find you, man. Hey, it is hard to find them, so tell them where to find you, and I'll tell you the secret to get there.
Well, you can find me on Facebook at Legacy Adams, Instagram I am legacy.official, Spotify you gonna want to look up Tennessee Mud Baby,
Yeah,
and then you'll see an artist named Legacy with that song. If you want to find me on YouTube, it's youtube.com/I am legacy 931 or at legacy underscore. Yeah, that's the main platforms I'm really on, man. Don't, reach out. Let me know what you got going on. I always love to interact with people and shit. So maybe we can make some beautiful music together. If you're an artist out there, I'm always open to jump on some shit with people, make some cool stuff.
yeah. If there's anybody in here, I know Wisco Madman that are reaction to you. He's a reaction channel. I don't know if he's trying to do other interviews, but I know these folks interview people, so reach out to him, man. He's a Legacy's a good guy, man. I've watched his music journey the whole way since I've been doing this country rap, since my wife showed him, since I found out with Chad Arms, man, and I've never seen a miss. So
Thank you. Yeah, yeah. If anybody else does, I need all the PR I can get to like get this album out to as many people as possible. So I'm here for it.
yeah, and I got a reaction to Legacy. So if you can't find him on YouTube, I have a reaction, and it's also in the description. So there's no excuses.
Yeah. Also, shout out to the chat. I've been reading it. I just didn't want to like interrupt Kurt when he's talking or anything, but I appreciate all the words of encouragement and support, and appreciate y'all for being here, listening to me ramble for 106 minutes. Damn, it's been that long. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I
if
didn't even realize
anybody's
that.
yeah, if anybody's got any questions, real quick. I mean, there's only if I don't know how many people are left in here actually, but if anybody's got any questions, I don't see it. It usually is the
10.
Bible. Yeah, 10. There you go. And so we got 10 questions in here. I know somebody's got a question. Wisco, you got Wisco's in Colorado. I know that dude's in
Oh,
Colorado.
nice, nice, dude. Getting ready for this winter coming through.
Carly's in here. I know Carly. Carly, I see Carly all over your stuff. This one, you probably see her when you notice the.
What's my favorite song of mine, or like in the world?
Oh no, I know it a good one. Top three. What's your top three musical influences?
Oof. Damn. I don't know, bro. That's a good question. I'd have to like sit down and think that one out, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've always been this way, but I like suck at answering a question when that someone asks what my favorite something is. It's like everything suddenly is my favorite. I've
I'm
always
not
been
really
like that. I don't know why.
I'm not really a fan of those questions either. That's why I don't
So
really ask them, because I feel like that's such a stupid question. Because at one moment you might be inspired by three different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, inspiration comes at different times and from different directions. So those questions are kind of cheesy to me anyway.
um, dream artist collab or top three. I'd like to do some shit with Mercules.
Oh, that would be dope.
Uh, Jelly, of course. I don't know who my third would be, honestly. Probably like NF, honestly, bro. That dude's energy's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Dream.
I hear different things about NF. Like, some people love his vibe, some people hate the deep depressed vibe. Like, they don't.
I mean, it's a select style of music, but like if you sit down and take it as an not just oh this is depressed music, but if you like listen to it as like a fucking piece of art, like the shit that he dude the production, the vocals, the way he writes, like it's a masterpiece, man. That dude is
Yeah.
like it takes a lot to record how he does. Like that dude makes some beautiful music, regardless if it's like sad or not. It's really well done.
Yeah, you're right. Because I've listened to a lot of his music, and it just the production and the songwriting capability of his music. If you look past all the deep dark meaning to it, maybe it's insane. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Dream producer. Uh, I don't know, man. I'd love to just like absolutely dog walk a Dr. Dre beat, probably. That'd
Yeah,
be
that'd be
pretty
dope.
cool. I do like the old school, like some of the old school, like not all the way boom bap stuff, but it's got some of the boom bap in it.
Hmm. You ever heard
Favorite
of
song
Deacon
I've
Blue?
made? I've heard the name before.
He's
I
like a
don't.
boom bat. Paw Fresh and Deacon Blue are like two OGs in this country rap southern hip hop lane. And Paw Fresh is from Tennessee and Deacon's from PA, and they're like boom bap country rappers, bro. It's pretty dope.
I have to check it out for sure. Favorite song I've made so far is uh, probably like it's one y'all haven't heard yet because it's on the album, but it's the name of it is Void,
Oh,
VOID.
oh.
So that's the one that I was gonna do a rollout with that one, but I'm not.
You
That's
gave Cass her teaser. She said we don't get a teaser. There's your teaser. You get a song title and an answer to your question. Look at that, Cass.
fave meaning. Which one healed you the most? Oh, I mean the most healing song would be any venting I've wrote. So like venting six. There's some new venting stuff coming. Uh, it's gonna be fat. It's gonna be great.
Huh.
It's just gonna be a great album, man. I'm hyping the fuck out of it.
Good, bro. Promote that thing. That's what you gotta do, dog. Like, that's what it should be, bro. You are the one that should be so proud for what you're doing, because you're doing it. If anybody else don't like it, fuck them, bro. Just keep making that music. People are gonna listen. The real ones are gonna find it. The real ones are gonna listen. That's all that matters, dog.
Yeah, for sure. So I feel like I got a solid body of people that are anticipating it. So definitely gonna get it out to them. They
Wisco
deserve
said
it.
Wisco said venting. Is that a series you did like ideas?
Like ideas. I don't know what
Yeah.
ideas is, but
Upchurch did that whole album where he just got high and started rapping about random shit.
oh, yes. Venton is like Venton. Currently, that's out to the world is part six, but like I've made a Venton song for every album or mixtape I've put out, and it's basically a song of what my life has been like during the creation of that body of music. So and they're usually just like you hear it venting. I'm just like getting shit off my chest about what I went through at that point in time, and like they're like really intricate songs. Like they've been written, and they don't just get written in one day or a day or two. Like I'll write that song over like a 4 or 5 month period and just add to it as things happen. So it's like it's crazy.
Oh, I see. So it could be one fucking thing you got irritated about a week for 5 weeks or 6 weeks or 16 weeks for, you know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah.
that's dope, bro.
So like each venting song is usually like 4 to 5 minutes long, and it's just like me just like getting shit off my chest, and it's like, and I mean I it's like I said, it's just like what went on during that period of time. I might not drop music for a year, and then all of a sudden I got an album ready, and there's going to be a venting song on it that has a year's worth of fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, dude. Cause man, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. My entire life has been like cycled through black clouds and like pain and like just shit that just probably would break a normal person. And just
Right.
like, so like when I write music like that, that shit is like, I try to do it beautifully because I understand it. It's just what I understand. I don't know. And so these venting songs are just like, that's my like really, a lot of people know me off my venting songs. That's all they want to hear. They're just like, when's the new venting coming out?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm interested in going to find those now because that's pretty dope. Like I think that's like your release. Like you made the album, like you said, and then you're just firing out everything out. Get it out, spit it out. That's pretty dope. That's like a form of therapy, I guess. Getting it out, speaking about it, and moving on. That's pretty smart, dog.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thought process behind it, at least.
Market
Just
that type of stuff, bro. Talk about those because those are the TikToks. I feel like those are the things that people want to see that I don't think people can. There's a lot of things that people can't admit to themselves. So when they see it on social media, they gravitate towards it because
yeah.
like that's honorable, bro. A lot of people won't put their venting in songs. They want to just talk about what hypes them up or what makes them sad, but they won't talk about what they go through. And I think that's what's up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely not afraid to just put the feelings out there, because more people than not are at some point in their life have felt some kind of way that I've felt, and that's what helps get people through their day, knowing that they're not alone.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir, man. But look, dog, I appreciate you coming up. You're more than welcome anytime, bro. You got something to promote. Maybe when the album gets closer to dropping, you want to jump up, maybe talk about it. Maybe, whatever you want to do, man, let me know. The channel's always open, dog.
for sure, as soon as I got that video ready to roll out and we drop it for promotion, I'd love to come back and hang out with you guys and talk about it.
Yeah, yeah, let's do that, bro. Actually, let's do that because maybe I can get a reaction into it before we do it, and then we can definitely talk about it. That'd be fun.
Yeah, for sure. So, like I
All
said,
right,
man, I
dog.
appreciate you having me on the show. Appreciate everybody hanging out, chatting. If you got any more questions, just hit me up on Instagram or whatever, man. Feel free to
Go
follow me. And
Go comment on his last video if you got a question. That'd be good. Go give him some
yeah,
questions in his comments. Dude, that I
yeah,
didn't realize how much them comments and them likes really push these videos.
yeah, for sure.
That's the important part.
Absolutely. Yep. Keep that engagement.
Well, dog, stay warm because I know you got that Colorado winter coming up.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna try my best.
Don't get snowed in. You
I'm gonna
got a
try.
shovel. You get out there and shovel that shit. That's where I would be. I'd call somebody. I'd be like, bro, please come shovel my snow. I
I'm
don't
gonna, I'm gonna
cold. I
have
don't
to.
play with it, dog. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't hear from me, it's because I'm in an igloo somewhere.
we'll
So,
send help, bro. They can't get there. The snow, the road, but we'll try.
yep.
Have a good night, homie.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. That's it. That was Legacy, man. That was fun, bro. That was fun. I'm gonna play a song from Legacy to send us out. But I want to let you guys know, whoever's still in here and whoever sees this, I do got some more interviews lined up over the next couple days, so stay tuned. That was Legacy. I forgot to ask him, and maybe he's in the chat. I think he's officially 3NT. Like that's where he's at. Like show and prove, baby. So you're gonna see a lot. I'm pretty sure you're gonna see a lot from that direction. It looks like, from what I've seen, Show and Prove's got a nice little rollout of their artists. Chad's been showcasing what they got coming. I know he just dropped a huge album, so I expect to see some more things, man. You got ONE over there. I know he's got a lot of artists that he's really promoting and putting on over there. So go check them out. Show and Prove, Chat Arms, however you want to look it up. I appreciate you guys. Ember's in here. Yep. She says show and prove. Yep. So look out, man. Show and prove. Like a lot of people, I got an interview coming up with Chat Arms. I don't know when it'll be out, but I do know that a lot of people sleep on them over there, man. I don't think people truly understand the networking and the support, the talent. Like I've heard it from Adam Calhoun. I've heard it from Jelly Roll. I've heard it from Brawnex. I've heard it from Upchurch. I've heard it from so many different folks on how slept on Chat Arms is, and nobody pays attention. Like people do pay attention, but I'm telling you, pay attention, because I see them moving and ready to take off, and I'm excited to see what Legacy does. I think with the right promotion and I think the right rollout for his music, I think there's a lot of fans that are going to gravitate to that sound. I'm going to play, you guys want to hear Time and Time? It's called Time. I'm going to play Time. This is his latest drop off of, I think it was just a single. Yeah, it was a single. This is Time. It was dropped on May 12th. I got a reaction to this video. Go check out my reaction. Go check out the original song from Legacy. Go show them some love in the comments, man. Them comments really make a difference, y'all. They really do. You might not believe me, but I promise you they do. Let me get this. I'm trying to fix this. Uno momento. All right. This is Time by Legacy. Much love, y'all. I appreciate you guys stopping in and checking out the interview with Legacy. Make sure you go subscribe to his page.
Time and time again, realize time ain't your friend. Hey, finally, just to die in the end. Don't cry and pretend, trying to make amends. All those lies in the seat, wanna rise my defeat. Say my prayer, close my eyes and go to sleep. They'll never take me down, 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 down.
Bro, I can't wait for his album. Listen.
I was born a bastard, born no assets. So toxic, core acid, classic. Case of chaos, trying to find my patience.
Hey.
Dead homies, I'm in need of a seance. Tears pour for my peers, pull up. Holla, fuck the other side, disappear, pull up. Product of a broken home. Pops, of course, is gone. Mom's up the road for homeless
check out the
stones. Had me
visuals.
home alone. Trap with no release, feel I'm back in bars. Stack up back in bars, drinking till I'm seeing black and stars. What's up, mama? Sorry for the drama. Never thought the commas would introduce all this karma. Know I could do better, made some better choices. But look who I become for the slums, voice of voiceless. We had some differences, but the difference is we ain't the different listeners, we went the distances. Lost in my emotions, had me motionless. Now I'm back and motivated, got my soul enriched. Motor revving, no more overstressing old aggressions. We too driven to be drifting off the road and wrecking. World on my shoulders, I can't fold under pressure. Foes want me exposed, going doze on a stretcher. I'm a flawed design, still I strive for greatness. And until I got all of mine, no hiatus. Time and time again, realize.
I caught a lot more of that time through with the headphones on. The motor revving bar hit hard, bro. Like, that's the change man right there, yo.
Rise my defeat, say my prayer, close my eyes and go to sleep.
Hey.
Down, down, down.
That's growth, Deacon. We talked about that. That's called growth. He used to have that trap flow, bro. I heard different music from him. That's growth, dog, man. Shout out to Legacy. That track goes so hard. I don't care who you are. If you don't like this, then you ain't a fan of music, dog. I don't care who you are. That's facts right there. Yo, when I hear that song come on, his deep sound, like that song gives me energy. His sound, even though that's some deep shit, like that time, bro, you can't get that shit back, right? So that's kind of like you start thinking about that. But yo, the vibe of that song, huh. All right. I love y'all. I appreciate you guys. I'm out. Much love. Make sure you check out Legacy and have a good week. Peace.